Greetings, Ambassador and dear souls. I am Blumeness. I am a member of the Pleiady Girlz. You have heard from me a couple of times before through this channel. In fact, you have heard my other 9 fraternity sisters that make up the Pleiady Girlz at least a handful of times through this channel. On many occasions, we have discussed our connection with him and how we came across him when he was a little boy in the late 1970s of your time frame. However, because he had other guides and other soul contracts set out for him, we did not contact him until about a year ago in your Earth time. My sister of the Pink Pleiadian Collective, Fusaisha, was the one of us girls to contact him. When we all went to college together, on the planet of Era, in the Taigeta system of the Pleiades, in a city called Zarada, I must say that it was quite interesting how we discovered his existence. Fusaisha and myself were the technical experts of the group, being human beings ourselves. The both of us, since we were little girls from the respective parts of the Pleiades we came from, would tune into humans all across the galaxy. We would do this through both our consciousness, as those were techniques we had learned in school, as well as with technical equipment that we what you might call rigged together. We would listen in on your planet a lot and be very shocked, fascinated, disturbed, and sometimes a little frightened, even from the things that we heard over your airwaves, as well as just picking up on consciousness thoughts through random souls we heard nevertheless. We liked a lot of the music that we heard coming from there during that time. We actually found it really fascinating. Once we met each other in college, all of us would sit around and listen to radio stations out of all of your planet's major cities during this time. Like our sister, the Blue Orb Goddess, would refer to it, as we could tell that you needed some tenderness to be given to your candy stores, which you refer to as your heart center. Dear souls, I wanted to talk to you today about moving forward into new now moments. Now that you are starting to come into your own with a radiating, powerful confidence like you've never quite felt before. Countless numbers of your leaving those days behind of feeling inadequate. Saying goodbye to those thoughts of feeling like you didn't quite belong, because my sweet ones, you belong to the most elite thing there could ever be, and that's creational divinity. My sweet ones, those old stale thoughts of insecurity and inadequacy, they definitely belong to yesterday. Any soul who says any different, well, their lips are lying, because you know that only real is real. Sweetest ones, you definitely do not need our permission for this. However, the time has long since ready for you to step into your greatness and be who you are. Make sure that you're taking that time for yourself, a minute, here and there of just quiet time. Make space for your own growth, your joy, being tuned to, opportunities that come your way, because sometimes those opportunities that result in breakthroughs in your life, they show up in a disguised form, and you just might have never known in days gone past. So we are Pleiady Girls say, always be in tune to what's going on. Oh, we're not saying to give all your energy to one particular thing and get hung up on it. What we are suggesting to you, dear ones, is to just practice mindfulness and awareness. We would say practice this for you and nobody else. We would never want you to embark on any of these suggestions, just because somebody else wants you to or another soul is trying to get you to. It's always good to listen to information that people may have for you, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. Because it is your choice, we would also encourage you by telling you to never give up. Don't quit your future. Now, moments are being built right now. Sometimes you can have epiphanies and breakthroughs when you least expect it. It can happen in those stressful moments, in those quiet moments when there's nothing at all on your mind. It comes in all forms, your future. Now, moments are being built now, so don't quit. You're doing so well, dear ones. We know that you hear that a lot, and sometimes it sounds redundant, but it's a long stretch, so to speak. You knew you were in it for the long haul, and you have done so well. We do not say this to sound patronizing. We really do mean that. You are all so very incredible in how you are dealing with what you're going through as it pertains to your planet's ascension process. We are watching on the sidelines, and we see that gauntlet that you've weaved your way through. We must say that it is just nothing short of amazing. In private, I must admit, we even look at each other, us Pleiady girls, as well as when I'm talking to my colleagues with the blue frequencies, and sometimes we just shake our heads because of being just amazed at what you've made it through. To be quite honest, there have even been those among us that have made comments like, "We're so glad that it's not something that we're going through at this time." As we watch you now moment by now moment, we do sit on pins and needles sometimes, so to put it in your realm. That is because we love you. You're our star family. And we're on the sidelines doing what we can do, like sending CMEs into your planet and all kinds of solar flares. Please understand, sweet ones, that we are not doing this to break any of the free will treaties that many federations over a long period of Earth time have worked together to put in place. We do this so that it spreads the love, light frequencies more, and more to an increasing number of souls on your planet. We have talked about this before too. Your love, like frequencies, are in full force. My sister Fuseisha just spoke to you about it through this a few nights ago, of your Earth realm, reiterating to you to grab onto and hold on to the love light frequencies. Dear ones, past civilizations, great civilizations, like your Atlantis and Lemuria had the chance to go for them, and both of them actually had them in their grasp for a while. However, they didn't secure them, and they got away, before they could be completely engulfed into their respective societies' collective consciousness. Dear ones, we love you so very much. And of course, thank you so much, Ambassador. The rest of the girls send their love, and so do the blue frequencies, by the way. I am Blumeness. I'm a Crystal Blue Pleiadian. I am what you would call a family planner / adolescent counselor here in the Pleiades. There is not a lot of strife in our realm, so it's not needed like you think. However, we work on other issues mainly to make sure that our young people are prepared so they can move forward in their individual growth paths as well. We function and live as a society as you do. It's just we've evolved past having petty squabbles and feuding with each other over ridiculous and meaningless dramas, as well as other trivial matters that still seem to plague parts of your society. Because our basic needs are met. There is no hunger, no need for shelter housing, water, medical care, things of that nature. This is because there is an abundance of it. That is the point that we have long since evolved to in our society, which allows us to move forward in our ascension as a society. Blue ones, it's all about moving forward, all the while manifesting, creating, and spreading the love light frequency of all it is. And with that, this has been Blumeness of the Pleiady Girlz. Also of the blue frequencies, saying that I love you so very much. And thank you again, Ambassador. It has been an honor to have this time with you and our star family stations on Earth.